Himachal Tourism, Billing Paragliding Association, Aero Club of India, Phi, She, HP Adventures, Z Punjab Haryana Himachal.
जोश व जुनून के आगे उम्र की कोई सीमा नहीं होती। मन में अगर ठान लिया जाए तो मुश्किल से मुश्किल राहें भी आसान बन जाती है। क्रॉस कंट्री पैराग्लाइडिंग प्री वर्ल्ड कप 2023 के प्रतिभागी भी कुछ ऐसा ही प्रतिभा का प्रदर्शन दे रहे हैं। और आपको बता दें, पैराग्लाइडिंग के इतिहास में बीर बिलिंग की घाटी में ऐसा दूसरी बार हो रहा है कि यहाँ पर प्री वर्ल्ड कप का आयोजन हो रहा है। इससे पहले 2015 में इस तरह का आयोजन किया गया था, जो कि पूरे देशवासियों के लिए गौरव का विषय है। तो चलिए देर ना करते हुए देखते हैं क्या कुछ खास रहने वाला है आज के इस टास्क में।
Today the task is a bit longer, so I'm going to explain it. Before I explain this, I want to tell you the results of yesterday. It was a very weak day, but very interesting day. Good task, and the overall winner is Owen from US. Yeah. Really well. Very nice. So we start. We go in and out. It's similar like yesterday. Take off. We go high. Fly over the middle, and then take that turn point, and then we go all the way. We cross.
Sorry, so start in or start out?
Go in and out.
I think you take the wrong box.
Yeah, it's in. First you go in, out.
Start
It
out,
should be
out,
as it-
enter out.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Yeah, it's like
okay,
start
we
in,
don't do it.
exit, or start out and
You can go in or out. Whatever you like.
Because it's the same thing. Exit track says nothing. The goal go in and out, but I think only to the point like it should be out in.
One time,
Yeah.
right? And so if you think about it, to cross it only once for this task, we can start inside of it and exit it. The only time that it would be an out-enter would be if there's a point inside of the start cylinder. Then we would have to start outside of it to enter
And
it.
go inside. And then we come back. B45, it's out in the valley. But if you're going low between B40, 5 to B16 and B45, there is also army area here. So don't cross it here and go in flats. It's restricted area, so you have to go to the mountain and take this line.
Most of the task, about 5-6 kilometers surface winds, a little bit lower, higher up, so maybe 2-3 kilometers. There's more instability today than yesterday. Climb should be better. Top of lift is higher, and you can see the riders are climbing a lot higher than yesterday. So the forecast called for about 3,500 meters. It could be more. It could be 3,800 meters as well. Overdevelopment should stay in the back. Don't expect any rain to spoil our task. Overall conditions look good. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I'm loving it, really having a lot of fun. This is my third time at this competition, and yeah, it's great to see all our old friends and just fly in this beautiful place. Well, for me, this is the first time I've made a competition for 8 years, so everything is a challenge. I am having to relearn all the technicalities of the flying and of the tasks and instruments. But this is a wonderful environment to do it, so yeah. Weather's been really good. It's a very consistent place. Himachal Pradesh, especially this time of year. Most places in the world, in a week, you hope to get 3 good days out of a week, or 4. Here, I feel like we fly 90% of the time. But like I say, I had low expectations because I'm having to relearn everything. In my head, I'm still good, but my body is still struggling to remember everything. They need to be very current with their flying, so flying regularly every week. They need to have a competitive instinct, but also to have a kind of a psychologically not be too invested in their competitive edge, because then they won't enjoy the racing. It's very easy to not do well in a competition, and if you get too upset by this, it can ruin your whole experience. Yeah, I'm ready for the task. I had a really good sleep. I had like 10 hours sleep, and I'm just going to do my best and enjoy. Yeah, yesterday was good for me. My goal was to make it to goal, and the day before I didn't make it, so I was really happy. I wasn't sure where I finished. I think I finished 13th in the end, and I'm actually quite happy with that, considering. Yeah.
I've been coming to Beard since 2016 and coming every year except for during the pandemic because it's such an amazing, beautiful place to fly. The competition's great, well organized. This is a great venue for racing. The thermals are strong, we can fly long tasks, very interesting terrain. Yeah, it's a great place to race. The first couple days I was just trying to get as high as I could, stay controlling position, not be too aggressive, let other people make moves for me. And then as the competition goes on, I'll try to get a little more aggressive and push out on my own a little bit more. Yesterday was great. I was flying a lot with my friend Owen, who's also from the United States, and he was pushing hard all day and in front. So he got a lot of lead points. At the end, we were racing into goal. I beat him into goal, but because he was in front for most of the day, he got more lead points, so he won the day, which was great. Similar to other places that you race, you know, people are getting aggressive, they want to win. But in general, everyone racing here has been great, and it's been very relaxing racing here, actually. The weather's been a little challenging. We haven't been getting the best days that Bir can offer, but that's the great place about racing here is even on the okay days here, we can still get great tasks in. Today's task, we're going towards Dharmashala, just past Big Face, out into the valley. Then we're tagging 360 down towards Mundi. Today I'll probably have a very similar strategy, try to stay on top of everybody, control, maybe push a little bit hard in the end and see if I can make some separation from everybody.
I love this place. I've been there 5 years ago, and I came back here with a lot of pleasure because it's a really nice place to fly. You have different type of terrain, flatlands, ridges, big mountain. and it's always good fun with the locals and the friends around. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the comp. The pilots are really great and fun, and we have a lot of fun. For me, it's a nice comp. First time I compete here, and I found the task quite interesting, and the level is good level. So a lot of pleasure this week. Taking off is always like a weird feeling, and when you're in the air, it's just such a great feeling to be able to fly with birds, thermal to cloud base, and then cruise around in the mountain. It's just such an amazing feeling. Mainly the weather, we call it stability, so the air is quite sticky right now, so the thermal are not that strong, and we're not going really high, so we always fly close to the terrain and quite low. So actually it's a bit tricky, yeah, that's the trickiest. On the paper, they look quite easy, short task, but because of the conditions, they're getting harder and harder every day right now. We'll see what happens today, but yeah, they are harder than expected. For today's task, I will think it's going to be a fast task. We're going to follow the ridge a lot, close to the terrain. The big crux will be in the middle with the waypoint in front, which is quite far away with no thermals. So we'll see how it goes, and after that, after this point, I'm going to be pretty fast towards the east. And yeah, I think that's going to be a very quick task.
So far this World Cup, I've been flying quite well. I've been flying with my friend Austin Cox, also from the United States, who's currently in first place, and really just been following him around. It's been a challenge. I finished fourth the first task, the second task, and first in this last task. This is just an amazing place to fly. I never get to spend enough time here, but it's probably one of my favorite places in the world to fly a paraglider. The views are incredible, people amazing, food is great. It's just such a joy to be here. One of the things about this location in general is that the conditions are typically quite strong. Thermals are strong, but the winds aren't super strong, so the winds are lighter. It allows us to push and be aggressive and use that elevation transitioning into distance. So it really rewards an aggressive pilot, which I tend to be. It's challenging with the weather. We've had some stable days that have made some of the higher terrain inaccessible. So it'd be really nice if we got some more unstable days. And I think today the conditions look much better. So it'll be an opportunity for all of us to fly a little bit more aggressive and hopefully fly a little bit further today. I've been flying for just over 10 years. My first competition was actually here in 2013. I probably fly around 2 to 4 competitions every year. Decades older than me that are still competing and very, very good and skilled pilots. It's been really fascinating to watch kind of the next generation come up. There's so many skilled young pilots coming up, and it's great to participate and fly with them. I haven't actually had an opportunity to look at the task. There's a really good strategy I've been using, which is stay with Austin. Austin, he's on the task committee, so he knows the task very well, and then try and hope that he makes a mistake and that I can capitalize on that.
जो पंछी गिरने से नहीं डरते वही पंछी आसमान में एक दिन ऊंची उड़ान भरते हैं। कुछ ऐसा ही क्रॉस कंट्री पैराग्लाइडिंग प्री वर्ल्ड कप 2023 के प्रतिभागी प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं। फिलहाल वक्त हो चला है एक छोटे से ब्रेक का। मिलते हैं इस ब्रेक के बाद।
Himachal Tourism, Billing Paragliding Association, Aero Club of India, FI, SHE, HP Adventures, Z Punjab Haryana Himachal.
ब्रेक के बाद एक बार फिर आप सभी का स्वागत है। क्रॉस कंट्री पैराग्लाइडिंग प्री वर्ल्ड कप 2023 की प्रतियोगिता में जो खिलाड़ी है वो एक के बाद एक अपनी बाधाओं को पार करते हुए आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। आज खिलाड़ियों के सामने 71 किलोमीटर का जो लक्ष्य था उसमें 77 खिलाड़ियों ने भाग लिया और आपको बता दें सभी खिलाड़ी काफ़ी उत्साहित लगे। तो चलिए देखते हैं आज की रेस में क्या कुछ खास रहा।
Oh, it's super fun. Yeah, good group of people to fly with, and the tasks have all been great. So yeah, having a blast. It's my first time to Bir Billing, yeah. It's incredible. Every day is flyable, super consistent, good thermals. Just every day you wake up to blue skies and you know it's gonna be a good day. I feel like there's a lot of good pilots that are pushing, you know, every day. So yeah, you can't take your foot off the gas, and that's a challenge. And there have been some turn points in the valley without a lot of lift, so you got to get super high and you know, be strategic. So I would say those two things. Absolutely, super top pilots. I feel like they just, you know, have a good grasp on how to fly these tasks, and they're just veterans. They have a lot of experience, so just try to stick with them the best you can and learn from them. Today's task was super fun. We went further to the east than we've been the whole week, so that was really fun. We kind of got right on the ridge and got to do some ridge running, just kind of soaring along the high terrain, which was a blast and kind of a nice change from having to, you know, find the climbs low. So yeah, today was super fun. It's been fun to you know, drop the kit, take a shower, and then come back into town and enjoy the music and some of the events that have been taking place. You know, get a good dinner and kind of socialize with all the fellow competitors.
It's one of the best places to fly, especially for cross-country flying. So from a beginner to an expert, we have a lot of options in terms of routes to travel out here. So you can, you know, start with your beginner training to your initial cross-country flights to, you know, doing your distance record in the front. We can do about 250k, and then you can explore behind, where you can fly to Manali, fly to Parashar, fly just before Dalhousie, because after that we have a challenge, and that is restricted area. So we can really do a lot of flying here and different kinds of flying. So this place is ideal for paragliding. Well, we have on an average about 60 to 70 kilometers. Today's task was the longest. It was 71 kilometers, and yeah, that's what we've been doing, and it's been really decent tasks, a lot of good pilots, so it's been good learning for all of us, including me, when we see one of the top pilots coming here and flying with us. So it's been a really good experience. Today's task was excellent. I did quite well for my own parameters. I was about 15 minutes or 20 minutes behind the lead gaggle, which is fantastic. So I really enjoyed the task today. So today we essentially went to Palampur, and from Palampur we came back to, if you know, Jittingri. And from Jittingri we again went to what we call the Red Temple or the golf course, and then back landed here. So that was the task for today. That's very hard to say. That depends on the task committee and the meet director. But if the day looks good and you know, a lot of people land on goal, we're going to have longer tasks, and it will be interesting and challenging for all of us. it's good to kind of meet different people and different cultures, and this is not really new to Bir. We have that every October, but it's really good to meet people who compete, and that will really promote the culture of paragliding as an athletic sport in the country, and that's what we are hoping for, you know, because it encourages people to participate and look at paragliding as a sport rather than just the commercial aspect, which a lot more people are aware of in terms of tandem flying and so on and so forth.
So actually I started when I was 14 years old because my father is a paragliding instructor in Kazakhstan. So basically I used to travel after I started paragliding, and I find this place one of the best when I've been so far. Yes, it's a lot of, sometimes it's a lot of controlled risk, and that's why it makes it interesting. And also there is a lot of things that you have to analyze in the air. You have to check the terrain, everything, so it's quite complicated and it's quite interesting. I'm still not sure because I didn't check the results yet, but I did the goal, I did the finish today, so I think it's, for me, it's good enough. So usually we are flying until a village or city called Palampur, and back to Bir Billing. Yeah, so usually this is the distances that we are flying at these tasks. Yeah. I think that Kazakhstan is a little bit harder because it has a lot of high winds. Here there is not so strong winds, so it makes it more easy to fly, but actually it makes this place more better to fly. At first the pilot have to have a proper gear. You have to check it before the competition because it has to be good enough. Because if you buy second-hand gliders and if it's too old, maybe it can, if it's damaged, it's not good enough, it's not good for the competition. But also what is important for the pilots, it's I think to stay always focused in the moment, because paragliding is a dangerous sport in some terms, and if you don't be focused in a certain moment, it can lead to some consequences. So it's important to be focused, have enough good skill, and have a good equipment.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा अभी तो बिल्कुल काफ़ी ज़्यादा फाइटिंग था पूरा करने में, तो अभी करके तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। ये मेरा थर्ड कंपटीशन है। इससे पहले मैंने पंचगनी में किया है 2018 में और 19 में, और 2018 में फिर से यहाँ पे किया है, फोर्थ। अभी बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, ये सभी चीज़ें हो रही है, नहीं तो कुछ कोविड के बाद तो पूरा ही बंद था, तो अभी तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। ऐसा होते रहना चाहिए, साल में 2-3 बार तो होना चाहिए ज़रूर। आज तो काफ़ी अच्छा था, लिफ्ट भी 3700 मीटर अराउंड, तो कल तो 33 और परसों तो उतना खास नहीं था, काफ़ी क्लाउडी हो रखा था। आज का दिन काफ़ी अच्छा रहा।
खूबसूरत घाटी में इस समय चल रहा है, जी हाँ, क्रॉस कंट्री पैराग्लाइडिंग प्री वर्ल्ड कप 2023। और दिन भर आसमान में हम देख सकते हैं बहुत सारे देशी विदेशी जो है मानवीय परिंदे उड़ान भर रहे हैं। कहीं ना कहीं हम भी रोमांच और उत्साह से भर जाते हैं। और शाम होते होते अगर आप अपने आप को थोड़ा रिलैक्स करना चाहते हैं तो बीर बिलिंग की घाटी में आप जी हाँ कैंपिंग का आनंद उठा सकते हैं। हम भी उन्हीं में से एक कैंपिंग साइट पर आए हैं और यहाँ आपको हल्के म्यूज़िक के साथ आप बॉनफायर का भी आनंद ले सकते हैं। क्रॉस कंट्री पैराग्लाइडिंग प्री वर्ल्ड कप 2023 इंडिया की आज के दिन के टास्क के रिजल्ट हमारे सामने हैं। तो आइए देखते हैं कैसा रहा आज का रिजल्ट। आज के चौथे टास्क में प्रतिभागियों को बिलिंग से पालमपुर से अंद्रेटा होते हुए जतिंगरी, संसाल और फिर संसाल से लैंडिंग साइट पर लैंड करना था। भारतीय वर्ग की अगर बात की जाए तो भारत के पायलट्स भी कहीं न कहीं अपने प्रदर्शन को लेकर काफी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, जिसमें आज अश्विनी ठाकुर पहले स्थान पर, यशपाल ठाकुर दूसरे व अजय कुमार तीसरे स्थान पर चल रहे हैं। आज के टास्क के जो नतीजे हैं हमारे सामने हैं और आज भी कहीं ना कहीं यूएसए के पायलट्स जो हैं अपनी बढ़त के साथ बरकरार हैं। इसमें यूएसए के ही ऑस्टिन कॉक्स पहले स्थान पर और यूएसए के ही ओपन शूमाकर दूसरे स्थान पर और फ्रांस के क्वारंटीन लामी तीसरे स्थान पर चल रहे हैं। वहीं अगर महिला वर्ग की बात की जाए तो इसमें यूएसए की जेनी अनियल पहले स्थान पर, यूएसए की इसाबेला मैसेंजर दूसरे स्थान पर और स्विट्जरलैंड की वीरा सेवरी तीसरे स्थान पर चल रही हैं। शाम ढलते ही सूरज की लालिमा और भी खूबसूरत लगती है और ढलती शाम की सूरज की जो लालिमा है आने वाली सुबह के कई रात समेटे हुए होती है। फिलहाल वक्त हो चला है आपसे विदा लेने का। कल फिर एक नए टारगेट के साथ मुलाकात होगी आपके साथ।